Breaking news coming in. Congress leader Jitin Prasad likely to join the BJP shortly, meets BJP's Piyush Goyal. This is the latest coming in at the moment. Source-based information coming in. All right, he's actually reached Amit Shah's residence. He's going to be joining the BJP in just about a while from now. Earlier it was source-based information, but now he's reached Amit Shah's residence. So looks like he's going to be joining the BJP shortly in just about a while from now. In fact, earlier when the reporter asked him whether he's joining the BJP or not, he did not point blank say no. He was a little evasive. That indicated that he is joining the BJP. Source-based information also revealing that he's going to be joining the BJP. And now with him meeting Piyush Goyal and now reaching Amit Shah's residence, it looks like it's going to happen any moment now. We'll get our reporters to bring us up to speed with the very latest. And as Rajdeep Sardesai, my senior colleague, was mentioning earlier as well, this is going to be a win-win for Jitin Prasad, who's looking to resurrect his career, and for the Bharatiya Janata Party as well. As far as the Congress party, won't perhaps leave that much of a dent in the Congress, unlike it would have in 2019. At the moment, Jitin Prasad meeting Amit Shah. This is a big development coming in. Paulamy is now joining us live. Paulamy, Jitin Prasad may just join the BJP at any moment now. If you could put this development in perspective in light of the Uttar Pradesh elections, how will this pan out?
Well, this is a very interesting development. We do know that now it's almost certain that Mr. Jitin Prasad is the eminent personality that the BJP hinted at early this morning, who will be joining the Bharatiya Janata Party officially in a short while from now. He, of course, is meeting top leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He's met with Mr. Piyush Goyal. He's at the Home Minister's residence right now, and shortly he will be arriving at the BJP headquarters, and his official joining into the Bharatiya Janata Party is to take place. As far as Mr. Jitin Prasad's role is concerned vis-a-vis the UP elections, because he is from the state of Uttar Pradesh, has in fact represented the state from his constituency in Lakhimpur Kheri since for a couple of times at least as a Congress member of Parliament. How much clout he brings, that can be debatable. Many are, of course, speculating that this is obviously some sort of a perception dent that the BJP has caused as far as the Congress is concerned, suggesting that it has, broken into the Congress household in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Remember, but that most recently, the role that was in fact given to Mr. Jitin Prasad was the role of the Congress party's election in charge for the state of West Bengal. So he was in fact, orchestrating the Congress's campaign in the state of West Bengal, and we do know that the Congress was unable to make any sort of a dent as far as the assembly elections are concerned. So clearly, the Congress party had in fact placed trust and faith in him as late as the assembly elections in West Bengal. So this is going to be extremely crucial. Remember that there has been talk that the Bharatiya Janata Party wants to bring in more leaders into the fray as far as UP is concerned before the assembly elections, and build the perception of the party, and this could be aimed at that.
And Paulamy, if you remember, he almost joined the BJP in 2019 as well. Of course, it did not go through. He was very close to Rahul Gandhi at that point of time, and it would have come as a very big setback for the Congress party in 2019 had he left the Congress party at this stage. But this time around, doesn't look like it's going to be denting the Congress party as such, but it's going to be more in the favor of Jitin Prasad resurrecting his career.
That's right. This is almost like you said rightly. This is Jitin Prasad obviously resurrecting his career, and of course, as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, like I said, causing a perception dent as far as the Congress is concerned. As far as the BJP inductions go, some of those inductions, as we've witnessed several of those small and big leaders from various parties entering the Bharatiya Janata Party, especially in the run-up to various assembly elections, what we've noticed is not every induction is aimed at simply, gaining votes immediately on the ground itself. It is also a perception dent that they wish to cause. As far as the Congress party is concerned, this is definitely one of the things that the BJP has been aiming at. So yes, as far as Jitin Prasad's induction is concerned into the Bharatiya Janata Party, it is extremely crucial because, again, it shows the Congress on a weaker footing into the Uttar Pradesh elections. As far as Congress is concerned, its own leverage going into the UP elections goes down, especially if it were to possibly look at an alliance with other like-minded parties against the Bharatiya Janata Party in the UP elections. Remember that the Congress did join hands with the Samajwadi Party in the elections in 2017 in Uttar Pradesh, and it was said at that point of time that the SP gave in a lot to the Congress's demand for seats in terms of distribution of seats, which weakened its position. If the SP had kept more seats for itself, it would have become a primary challenger to the Bharatiya Janata Party, and in a very formidable position at that. Now, obviously, going into these elections, which happen in about 8 to 9 months from now, the Congress's position stands weakened as a result of any sort of...
You're absolutely right, Poulomi. Congress's position, of course, looks very weakened. They look like they are on a weak footing, given the fact that there is another loyalist of the Congress party that is leaving them at this point of time. So Congress needs to rethink what they're doing wrong. It was Scindia earlier. Now you've got Jitin Prasad. Perhaps they're doing something wrong right there, that they're not being able to hold on to their leaders.
Well, we do know that, there has been a lot of internal factionalism within the Congress party. We've reported about the famous G23, which wrote a letter about, the Congress party and the internal functioning of the party, about the need to hold elections. All of these matters, we do know that there are disparate voices within the Congress party. Those who are said to be Sonia Gandhi campus, those who are said to be Rahul Gandhi campus. Jitin Prasad, of course, was considered to be part of the young brigade, close to Rahul Gandhi. But we've seen that this young brigade has also expressed its frustration. Some have jumped ship. Jyotiraditya Scindia joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. Sachin Pilot was almost on the verge of leaving the party, was definitely, considering his options, was in touch with the Bharatiya Janata Party as well. But then, of course, Rahul Gandhi weighed in and was able to sort out the issues between Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot and bring him back on board. Milind Deora has again been one of those party leaders from the young brigade, from the Rahul camp, who has not been very satisfied in his position for a long time now, especially since the UPA went out of power in 2014, and has on various occasions expressed his misgivings about the way the party functions and the party actually course-correcting in order to take on the Bharatiya Janata Party in a formidable fashion. Sanjay Jha was one of their chief spokespersons who quit the party. So there have been many who were part of the younger lot of the party. Priyanka Chaturvedi jumped ship into the Shiv Sena. So there are many such leaders of the younger brigade of the Congress who in fact are the future of the Congress party, who feel dismayed, who feel that the party is not fighting enough as far as elections goes, and it's not course correcting. If there are issues within the party, if there is some course correction that is required, then why isn't it happening? And why is it that election after election, the party seems to be, being handed out drubbings by, either the Bharatiya Janata Party or the local parties?
Hold on right there, Poulomi. Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs Editor, also join us. Rahul, how are you viewing Jitendra Prasad joining the Bharatiya Janata Party for the BJP? Does this give them a young Brahmin face ahead of the UP elections?
Yes, Chaiti, that is one of the key reasons why somebody like Jitin Prasad is going to be part of the BJP. Is primarily that the BJP had prominent faces as far as the common caste is concerned, but people like Kalraj Mishra and others have moved on to become governors and are out of active politics. Now, it is not just that the BJP is beefing up, but the course correction is largely because there have been widespread complaints from the cadres in Uttar Pradesh that under Yogi Adityanath as Chief Minister, there has been an estrangement as far as the dominant, though smaller in number, Brahmins are concerned. And Brahmin vote is considered extremely critical in UP, primarily because it's not just that they have small numbers, but they are important, but also Brahmins are said to be the weathercock as far as the votes in UP are concerned. If you see the 2012 election, the Brahmin vote created a rainbow coalition with Mayawati's large ST support system, and Mayawati had close to majority numbers. In 2017, we found that the Brahmin vote emigrated large numbers back to the BJP and created yet again a chemistry with the MBC and others for the BJP. The BJP is trying to send out a signal. Jiten Prasada, though young leader, not done very well, even losing his own seat Dharora in Uttar Pradesh in 2014 election. But the BJP is, as a political force, Chaiti, works incrementally. It keeps adding layers as far as its political effort is concerned. And Jiten Prasada is one of those kind of efforts where the BJP is trying to send out a signal that we value a certain leaders belonging to a certain caste. Also, Jiten Prasada brings more bench strength to Uttar Pradesh as far as the BJP is concerned. If you see beyond Yogi Adityanath, somebody like Keshav Prasad Maurya and others, the BJP's bench strength, as far as young leadership is considered, is not very good. So the BJP is looking at the advantage from that.
Right, and Rahul, I was also mentioning to Paulamy earlier, it is another loyalist of the Congress party leaving. Perhaps a time for the Congress top brass to rethink where they're going wrong, given the fact that you had Scindia leaving for better pastures, and now you've got Jiten Prasada leaving to resurrect his career, which means he cannot be resurrecting his career in the Congress party. He feels that it's the BJP that will give him that platform.
You see, Chetty, you forget Sachin Pilot rebellion in between.
Yes, absolutely.
That was yet another incident in which the Congress was on the verge of losing a very prominent and young prospect as far as politics is concerned.
True.
Definitely. See, Chetty, which political party have you seen that for a period of almost over 2 years going around without a full-time president? This is the grand old political party which was at the helm of the freedom struggle. There has been no period where Congress had no president for over 2 years. Rahul Gandhi resigned right after the 2019 election, and this leadership issue still festers. That perhaps is the reason that somewhere the Congress fortunes are dwindling. And if you see the recent elections, we had a virtual no-show in Bengal by the top Congress brass.
Yeah.
And Jiten Prasada was one of the guys who was in charges working in Bengal. So there is definitely not much to look forward in the Congress as far as young leaders are concerned.
Yes, and coming back to Jitendra Prasad, at that point of time, remember in 2019, he almost jumped ship to the BJP. It didn't happen because he was very close to Rahul Gandhi. At that point of time, had he quit, it would have been a setback for the Congress party. At this point, do you see anything changing in the Congress party with him leaving?
You see, the Congress affairs are very difficult to fathom, primarily because, you see, the problem for the Congress is that the Congress has a functioning style in which the first family is most critical. It's the most critical element of the Congress party. But what congressmen themselves admit, that they have got a tantrum in the first family itself. And given the fact that the first family is not able to resolve the basic crisis, you have had leaders of the likes of Ghulam Nabi Azad and others writing letters. That has not happened for such a long time. Though the Congress can be blamed for dynastic rule, the first family has provided a very steady core to the Congress party, and Congress has always maintained, and experts have maintained, that the Gandhi family not just used to win elections for the Congress, it used to keep the Congress together. Now, with the first family in a different mode altogether, that keeping together is not happening. And that is why you see so many of voices of dissent and so many leaders leaving the Congress party.
Absolutely. Rahul, continue to stay with us right there. Our National Affairs editor bringing us up to speed with the very latest, putting the story into perspective as well. Any moment now, Jitendra Prasad will be joining the BJP. It looks like and points towards the fact that 1 p.m. is perhaps when he joins the BJP. We're going to be on top of the story. This remains to be our top focus. We're slipping to a very short commercial break. This remains to be our top story, even on the other side. Stay with us.